Welcome back, Forge family, to part 4. Yesterday I did the tempering cycle, so I'll explain what that is right now. So the tempering cycle is after when you do the quench. Now, the quench, yes, your blade is hard, but it's also extremely brittle. So by tempering, you actually reduce the temper. So where I tempered it yesterday, let me bring up something real quick. Tempered it to a 57 to 58 Rockwell hardness. I don't know what that exactly stands for, so I tempered it at a heat of 400 to 450 for two 2-hour cycles, letting it cool down in between those 2 cycles. And that just brings down the temper just a little bit to where it's not so brittle, because it could break if it's that brittle. And that's the tempering cycle. Now, something I did forget to do is called normalizing, and I'll show you that real quick. Now, I pulled this out of a channel. It's called Outdoors55. Link in description. I highly recommend this dude. Okay, so when you're forging, all your ingredients look like that. It's all jumbled around, stuff like that. Then normalizing brings it to that. So how to normalize is you bring it up to the quenching temperature, so non-magnetic, or if you have a really nice infrared thermometer thing, and then you let it cool to the touch on outdoor temperature. You do that 2 to 3 times, and that brings all the ingredients back to line. But as always, I did not make a checklist, and so I forgot to normalize, so I'm hoping that does not affect my blade too much. We will see if that actually did affect anything. But yesterday, as I said, I did the temper. I soaked the tang in white vinegar, and white vinegar is a very light acid, and it's very good for removing the forge scale. So I soaked the tang in that, so my epoxy has a more solid thing to grip to, because the scale can flake off, and over time your handle could be essentially ruined. So I soaked that in vinegar last night, and I'll show you what that looks like. So in the house, at least my house, it looked gray, and it is a little bit gray compared to that, but I removed that. So I'm gonna grind this up a little bit more and wire brush the tang a little bit. I'm gonna sharpen this bad boy up. I need to even that out. I don't think my belt was cutting evenly, so I'm gonna move up to a different git on that, or a fresh belt. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep grinding on this, make it sharp, and I'll see y'all on the tripod.
Alright, I've been using a, that's a little dirty. I've been using a 36, I'm going to move to a 80, and I'm going to move to a 150. Alrighty guys, I got it up to a 150, and now I'm going to keep going up by hundreds. So I got, I'm going to go up to 200, 400, and then I'm going to finish up with an 800 grit. And then I'm going to do, once I'm done, I'm going to hit the tang with the 36, so my epoxy has something to grip to. So I'll see y'all when I have that done.
Alrighty guys, this is where I'm gonna end it tonight. I'm gonna finish sharpening it tomorrow. So I got it up to an 800 grit. Got that point honed in. It's not sharp right now. I'm gonna do it with an electric sharpener. So I'm gonna have so it'll look like a, it's called a secondary edge, which it won't get as sharp, but the edge rigidity, no. Basically, the edge will hold up better if you have that second little edge in there with the little electric sharpener. Then, yeah, I'm going to wrap it up with paracord. Some point, I don't know if you can hear, but it's raining outside. It's going to be raining tomorrow, I think. So, I'll see y'all at some point. And I'm going to be making a knife jig. So, what I'm going to be doing, so as you can tell, this thing is super small. So, imagine I have something like this that's about twice as long. So like it'll extend out to here and extend out to here, and then same thing on the other side. And then I have this thin plate steel on top of that, so I can put, because the jig is kind of big, so it's I have to extend the table, and so basically that. So that will be coming here soon, but I'm gonna get the Tonto done and then do that. And I have to do some things to the beast. It was acting up, so I'm gonna replace a couple things and do some redesigning. So be on the lookout for that. But until next time, Jesus loves you, I love you, and I'll see y'all next time.